So, okay, a very good morning, everyone. Today we are here with a new chapter today of mathematics, class 12, chapter 10, vector algebra. As already I have done one class and I have given the basic terminology of vectors, right? What is vectors? What are the different type of quantities are there? What is scalar quantity? What are the vector quantity? Why we need to study this thing? What are the various applications in the field of mathematics, physics, chemistry? We already dealt, but many were absent. Let me have a quick revision of this introduction part. What do you say? Okay. So first of all, as you are very familiar with these terms, vector algebra, vectors, because in class 11 also you have found this thing, how to add two vector, like how to subtract two vector by the formula called TLVA, PLVA. TLVA means represent what? Parallelogram law of vector addition, triangle law of vector addition. That's laws very useful to add vectors, right? And what are the vector quantities? So already we got the quantities are classified in two types. Quantities are two types. Quantity are two types. One is called what? One is scalar quantity, and one is vector quantity. Vector quantity. Scalar means what? Which has only magnitude, right? Any quantity which has only magnitude. If I say I bring 5 kg aloo or potato from the market, the 5 kg potato is only the magnitude. I am not saying direction. I have 10 rupees in my pocket. So 10 rupees is the magnitude. What is the time now? Now time is how much? How much time is? 8:35 a.m. It shows only the magnitude but no direction. So time, money, currency, weight, mass, these are all the scalar quantity, my dear. It has no direction. We do not indicate any direction in this scalar. Understood? So it has only magnitude. It has only magnitude. Magnitude. As we should write only A, or we also write or modulus of A. This means the magnitude, right? And magnitude cannot be negative. Magnitude is always positive, right? For distance is what? Is a scalar quantity because it has only magnitude. Distance cannot be negative, right? Only the vector quantity can only be negative. Remember this thing. It's a very important point. Now, what is vector quantity? It has both. It has both. What it has both? Magnitude as well as direction. It is magnitude as well as direction. For example, for magnitude we represent A, and for direction we represent NK. And if you combine both, we can write like that. So vector A. A represent magnitude, this is represent direction. If I write now, it's an important thing. If I write like that, what is this represent? What is this symbol represent? Now, important thing. What is A represent? Come on. A represent magnitude. And what is this arrow represent? Now, this represent magnitude, this represent vector. Then what it represent again? Again it represent magnitude. Understood? That means can I say this and this are equal? They're equal. Understood? When you put modulus upon a vector, it shows magnitude. Clear? Okay, very nice. Now let us move ahead. What are the application? You can see the various application in real life. So you can see, what is this? Now you can see, in mathematics, physics and engineering, we frequently come across with the both types of quantities, namely scalar quantities such as length, mass. Now what are the example of some scalar quantity? It is given so clearly in the first page of the introduction part. What are the length, mass, time, distance, speed, area, volume, temperature, work, money, voltage, density, resistance, and these are the example, etc. etc. Pause. Now what are the examples of vector quantity? This is given so nicely here. And vector quantities like displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, weight, momentum, electric field, intensity, etc. Many are there. Okay, so physics has a diverse use of this topic. So the maths can go move ahead, my dear. So don't ignore maths. I feel so sorry. Pause. Come on, continue. Right? I feel so sorry and regret those who are taking science without maths. I don't know how they are dealing. बिना मैथ्स का साइंस है ही क्या भाई? If you don't want math also, you can't study physics, you can't study science. It's so backbone. I don't know how it is guided in here, even how you are guided. So don't guide your juniors this way. Tell them math is very important. Without math, you can't play any role in math in case of science. Even in the coming days also, math is going to introduce in NEET also. Math is going to introduce because in the coming technology, all the medical sector will be done operated on the basis of robotics. Everything will be robotics. The medical sector will also replaced by robotics. That means engineering will play a diverse role in case of in medical also. Are you getting or not? The upcoming days pattern going to change. Math is going to involve with here. Understood what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Math has plays very important role. But why you know? It's ignoring. But आप चाहो ना चाहो क्या आप पढ़ रहे कि नहीं मैथ देखो तो you don't like math but then also you see while you study physics you need to study math how can you solve chemistry logarithm has a lot of function in chemistry you see right in electrochemistry logarithm log ax to the power x exponents are there molar mass molar quantity molarity mole concept सब मैच Avogadro constant क्या है size atomic size the nuclear force nuclear reactions uranium का reactivity what is this आए समझ में orbital theorems and enthalpy है ना सब so मैच नहीं है इसमें तो भाई ये तो देखो it helps match is a supporter supports huh in this chapter we will study some of the basic concept about vector various operation on vector operations are what addition subtraction multiplication division we'll learn it how to divide so far till class 10 we only learned how to add the scalar quantity only how to add scalar quantity how to subtract how to multiply how to divide but we have not dealt with how to divide the vector how to divide multiply the vector we will be dealing now understood or not what is vector come on what is vector vector is a quantity which has both magnitude as well as direction I hope that's clear my dear don't absent again tomorrow absent gone finish so that's the thing so operation and then algebraic and geometrical properties these two types of properties when considered together give a full realization to the concept of vector so when you understand the properties and operation it give complete feelings it give jaan atma dega vector mein then you can have a complete knowledge on it you'll feel it so understood and full realization of the concept of vectors and lead to the vital applicability vital uses vital application in the society and in various area as mentioned above clear guys so let us without wasting further time how we represent vector we represent by putting an arrow upon a quantity we represent it by vector I hope that's clear if you put one arrow is there upon it it represents vector quantity that's all now let us write some definition as you can see this line represents a vector because it is an arrow it is an arrow now try to understand fill the terms now look here my dear okay now if I say scalar on this part now look here very interesting thing very interesting thing so now suppose this line so this arrow if I say a vector by a north so I am walking 5 kilometer it's a scalar if I say I am walking 5 kilometer toward north I give magnitude and I represent direction also where I moved north the north is direction in this case right but in case of mathematics we do not use north south east west we use some kind of algebraic representation what is this let us see remember this thing what are these I think you are very aware of the 3D plane in class till class 10 you learn about only two axes what are the axes x axis और ये क्या है y axis but there is 3D one more axis is there which is coming out from like that ये ऐसे निकल के आ रहा है ऐसे करके 3D this room see this room this is 3D room x axis y axis z axis or you can say x axis y axis z axis it's coming out from here it is coming out this is z axis can you feel it or not yeah so x axis so in case of vector we represent direction across x axis by I cap what is I cap represent direction across x axis clear now there is minus x axis also here So we represent by minus I cap. This minus represents the opposite direction of the x-axis. Clear? What about the y-axis? We represent I j cap. J ka cap. This cap represent direction. Cap represent direction, and everything coming out. Suppose this one z. It is z-axis. So direction across z-axis is represented by k cap. और बोर्ड का उस पर minus k cap. That's clear. If you understood this topic, no, a 3D will be clear. The 3D will be clear. Now you tell me, when I cap will be equal to minus I cap? Acha, understood or not I'm saying? When I cap will be equal to minus I cap, when I put one more negative. So I cap equal to minus I cap. Not clear? Minus and plus. That means there is one vector, a vector. And this is called what? Minus a vector. If I want to make it equal, how can I make it equal? A vector will be equal to minus a vector when you put one more negative upon it. So a vector equal to minus of a vector. Minus is plus. Getting what I'm saying? Okay, come on, look here now. That's the thing. We can either use capital letter to represent vector, or we can use small letter also. In place of this, we can write small a also. Doesn't bother. It doesn't affect the that doesn't any meaning of this thing. I hope that's clear. So let us move ahead. Let us move ahead. So there is one more way to represent. Suppose you are representing 2 points. Suppose there is 2 points. It is A, it is B. Listen to me, my dear. Very interesting. If you represent 2 points and you want to connect these 2 points, suppose our Abhinav is moving from A to B. So how to represent this vector? A, V, A से B जा रहा है ना? So AB upon vector. Now you are returning from there, no? How we write? If you return from there, how we write? B, A vector. No, you are asking a question, sir. I don't want to use B first, though I am moving from A. How to write that? Minus A vector. Getting? Getting what I am saying? You are saying, sir, I had B. It was my whatever. So I want to write A first, though I am starting from B. So this same thing we can write like that also. A, B vector, but with minus. Minus means A, B vector, minus means ulta ho jata hai. Minus makes the order reverse. Minus vector reverse in direction. I have this clear. What is the main function of minus in this case? Come on. What does minus do? Minus alter. Minus reverse the direction of the vector. I have that clear. Come on once again. What does minus do? Yeah, minus reverse the direction of the vector. It is the function or the function of the minus sign here. So minus plays a good role in this case. And remember the meaning of I cap, J cap, K cap. I cap, J cap, J cap represent the direction only. It is also called the unit vector. We'll learn very well what is unit vector. Come on, let us move ahead now. Look here. So vector has 2 points. Obviously, you know when the vector start is called starting or initial point, and when it ends, where the ends, end is called what? Finishing point or terminal point. It has 2 points. Vector is made up of 2 points, initial and terminal point. Just don't forget it. Okay, this small thing that read out and you can understand. So you can see. And what does this represent? Now, if I want to represent the magnitude of this vector, how to represent? So B, A, B. So magnitude will be how? We will write A, V, A, V vector है. If we represent this one, mod. This mod means the magnitude of the vector. Will you forget this one? What does this magnitude? What does this modulus makes? What does the function of modulus? Come on, guys. What does this modulus do? Yeah, modulus represent the magnitude of the vector. Come on, once again. What is the function of modulus? Modulus represent or it indicates the magnitude of the vector. I have this clear now, guys. Okay, fantastic. So this A vector, I don't want to use like that. I want to use this one as A vector. Chalo hoga. For example, hey, you need to put it properly. What is happening? P, Q, R, right? So instead of someone is using like that side PQ, or somebody is using 5, 7, 8. So either we can write PQ or we can write 5 also. Meaning the meaning is same, na? Again, PQ represent, or I want to represent this side as suppose A. If this side as B, this side C, then also I can use. Either you write A also represents side, or either you write PQ, they both represent side. Similarly, either you write AB vector or A vector, meaning is same. Don't be confused. Understood? This is a small thing that I am indicating will be helpful. So that's the thing. There's one more thing. I already told you the magnitude cannot, a scalar quantity cannot be negative. Scalar cannot be negative. Our age, what is your age, boy? 19? Wow, 18 साल का हो गया लग रे. ए दादा, ए मामा, मोके शादी कराई दे, मोके शादी चुमाई दे. 18 साल हो गया लग रे. Come on. So 18, can the age be negative? Can the age of a person can be negative? No. Why cannot negative be? Question, answer below. Why the age of a person cannot be negative? Because the age is a scalar quantity. Because age is a scalar quantity, and hence the age cannot be negative in this case. So magnitude cannot be negative. So it is already given that length cannot be negative. Because length, why cannot be negative? Because length is a magnitude. Length is a scalar, and a scalar quantity cannot be negative, my dear. So yeah, the modulus means magnitude of a vector cannot be negative, has no meaning. It's meaningless. So it's meaning नहीं है क्योंकि वो negative हो ही नहीं सकता भाई. That is why when you solve in class 10, there was some quadratic equation. ना कि आफ्ताब्स father is 3 years older than him 5 years ago. था ना? So when you solve, you get the value of x2. एक मिलता है x equal to -5 और to x equal to 7. हम लोग -5 को ignore करते हैं. फिर से h cannot be negative, so h cannot be -5. So the present age of Aftab is 7 years. है कि नहीं? Something here only. Something is here. Come on, guys. Our next very important point is position vector. It takes 2 years to learn this word. For me, position vector. What is position vector? First, I got in class 11. I didn't understand. What is position vector? Very simple. I will teach you very easily. Look here now. Very simple. It is not a big deal. Come on, let's learn all this part. Are you noting it down or not? You'll be confused. Every point you note it down, it will give you a spark. When you just see the book, when you just see the snap, you'll just remind it. And guys, one more thing, don't absent. I know 1-2 class is not been conducted for some reason. But for 1-2 class, you are just not coming. What happened? You know, something is better than nothing. It's my belief. Something is better than nothing. What do you think? If you stay or you will study? I don't think so. 8 बजे 8:30 बजे से 2 बजे तक पढ़ता है? नहीं पढ़ता. बेकार होता है. So you can come to school, you can feel good. You feel really good. You're going to lose your school life. You know why you're absent then? You'll miss this time. What is position vector? Remember, look here. This is what? A Cartesian plan. Remember the meaning of Cartesian plan? With this axis are there. And z axis and is here, okay? Is here. Bring one stick. Next class. Now there is a point. There is a point. Let it the point be P. And P represents x, y, z. So when I connect this origin with this point on 3D plan, this is called position vector. Finish. Clear? Understood? What is position vector? When a vector is been connected from the origin to the specific point, that vector from the origin is called position vector. Do you remember it? Come on together once again. What is position vector? The vector which is considered from the origin of the Cartesian plan to that specific point, that we call it a position vector. I hope that's clear now. Understood? And here we can say that here OP क्या है? OP vector is a position vector. Here OP is a position vector. I hope that's clear, guys. Now if I give one more point here, Let the point be x comma y comma z. It is point q. Can I call it as a position vector? It is also a vector. PQ is also a vector. Will this PQ a position vector? Now if I connect this one, what is the position vector now? OQ is a position vector. I hope that's clear. Understood what I was saying? Very nice. This position vector. So OP is one. Means position vector is always connected from the origin. Position vector is considered from the origin. That's clear, guys. Understood? So how to represent this vector? This OP vector. How OP vector represent? X क्या represent करता है? X direction में. We write x I k plus y z k plus z k k. This is your position vector. X I k, y z k plus z k k. I hope that, guys, is clear. So what is the position vector in this case? Come on, look here. OP vector. The position vector in this is what? Come on, x I k. समझ में आया? This represents only direction. Plus means with the help of the point also we can make the vector. With the help of the point also we can make the vector easily. What is this x represent? What is x? Axis ka or the x coordinate, y ordinate and z ordinate. That location is x, y, z. That means it has x component also, y component also, z component also. It is the combination of all the 3 points. It is the combination of all the ordinates on the point. So we can write OP vector is x I k, come on, y z k plus k z k k. I hope that's clear. Now, my dear, if I ask you, bhai sahab, find the distance from O to P, or if I can say distance, or if I say find the magnitude of the position vector. Find the magnitude of the position vector. How will you find the position magnitude? Now let us find. Very nice. Very nice. We will find very easily. I think you learned in class 10, chapter 7, coordinate geometry, distance formula. Right? What we learn distance formula? Come on, let me have a quick revision. If there's a point, there's another point, P and Q. So PQ is equal to root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. If there's one more point, z2 minus z1 whole square. And if the first point is origin, that means x1 is 0, x2 is 0, and the formula will become root over x square plus y square. I hope that's clear. Understood? So if I say, what is the magnitude of position vector? Magnitude of position vector. How we represent magnitude? Come on, OP bar modulus. It represents what? Magnitude. And how to represent the magnitude? Very simple. We can write with the help of distance formula. Right, my dear? What does distance formula? It is the origin. Origin means what? All the x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate is 0, 0, 0. It means x1, y1, z1 is 0, 0, 0. So we can use x square, y square, z square. I hope that's clear, my dear. This is the method to find the position vectors, the magnitude of the position vector. I hope that's clear. समझ में नहीं आया क्या? बारिया ये देखो x square plus y square plus z square. Fantastic. I want to make you feel one more thing. Stop. Feel the 3D. 3D को feel करो थोड़ा सा, है ना? Feel the 3D. Suppose this board is 2D plane, right? Come on. Now I want to show something important now. Now listen. Select this part. That's clear now. Come on. Come on, guys, listen. This plane, this board is what? 2D plane. It has x-axis, y-axis. So it is 0, 0. What's up? तो रहेगा भाई. 0, 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit, ठीक है ना? So now suppose our नाम भूल जाता है अभी इसको पढ़ते पढ़ते, दीपशिका, जेसिका, Jessica stood here and she walked 3 unit ahead. Tak 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 tak. है कि नहीं? Tak 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 tak. So what I will say now? What is the magnitude or what is the vector of u? 3 I k. 3 represent steps, right? And I k represent what? Direction. Understood? Now our one more boy, our Manuel Bhaule. Again, Manuel Bhaule, he also walked tak 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 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He stopped here. Taka taka. Now what is the vector of you? Yeah, you walked 5 JK. You walked 5 JK. Understood? But somebody, our Maji, Dasarath Maji, Jessica, what is the vector of u? Jessica vector is how much? 3 I k. Wow. It is a unidirectional direction. एक ही direction है इसका. Now what about our Manuel Bhaule? Manuel came how much? 5 JK. Our Akro wala babu, है कि नहीं? Who is that? माझी क्या? हम तो पहाड़ तोड़ेगा. हम तो I will not go longer. हम तो पहाड़ तोड़ेगा. You know दशरथ माझी ना? दशरथ माझी. अरे माझी दोनों movie, so nice movie. पहाड़ तोड़ा था ना? Famous movie ना? Award मिला वो मेरे को. और नवाजुद्दीन वो नहीं है क्या? नवाजुद्दीन हीरो उसका. देखो उसको जाके पहाड़ तोड़ा था अपने बीबी के लिए. पहाड़ के एकला तोड़ा था एकला एक कुठार से. दशरथ माझी. सक्या लांसा ना? Now what he did? ऐसे नहीं जाएंगे वो डायरेक्ट ऐसा किया ताक इधर याद रुका है. Now if I say what is the coordinate of this? What is the location of this? 3 comma 5 is the location. Is the location of Maji, right? Now if I want to represent this also vector, it has some direction. It is a direction. What is the direction of this? It's the direction of both. It's the direction of x also, y also, because it is not moving in a specific direction. It is moving in dual direction. मानो ये कौन है? हम अगर ऐसा आता है हम बोला 3 ik 4 jk, हम ऐसा नहीं हम इधर रुक गया. मतलब हम मैंने x I moved across the x axis also, y axis also, right? So what will be my vector now? How will you represent my vector? Both are plus axis, right? Plus coordinate. So Majis will be how much? 3 ik and 5 jk and 5 plus 5 jk. It is your vector. Understood? It is your vector. Not clear? Huh? So Maji, दिया है ना? Maji vector is how much? Come on, 3 ik plus 5 jk. Now somebody, our hero, पैसा नहीं है, देखो यहाँ पे. Look here. I don't know your name. Didi. Dini. Lini. अच्छा. Lini. Move across here, and it will be minus 3, 5 is the point of Lini. Now what is the vector of Lini? Position vector. बोलो क्या होगा? Position vector क्या होगा इसके Lini का? minus 3 ik plus 5 jk. अभी कोई चिड़िया is here. चिड़िया पकड़ो. Bird is here. और थोड़ा x cap. Tiles, count tiles, okay? 2 tiles मतलब 2 I cap. 3 tiles is here in J, okay? 3 कितना हो गया? 2, 3, टक 3 3, मतलब इसका लोकेशन हो गया 2, 3, 3. Clear? 2, 3, 3 ये bird का. Now if I say what is the vector representation of this? 2ik plus 3jk plus understood? So the bird is flying here, so this bird will have the location 2, 3, 3. So if you want to represent vector, very simple, very easy to represent vector. By looking the coordinate also we can easily say. So it's just simple, edit 2ik plus 3jk 3kk. How's that? And from vector also we can directly find the location also. Understood? I show you how to make the coordinate into vector and vector to coordinate. Clear? मजा आया ना बेडू? मजा आया ना? Now, if I ask you how to find the vector between 2 points, it's another question. How's that? Nice, na? This is the question. Now look here, my dear. It's clear. Everything is clear now. How to represent the point in the vector? How to represent the 3D point or 2D point into vector? I hope that's clear, my dear. Bolna yaar. Right. Now look here. Now very nice. So position vector is also represented by a result R. So we can write this position vector as R also. R vector also represent position vector. Remember, don't forget this thing. So that's what I have been dealing with. Now that's all. Now next topic is very interesting and very important. It is called direction cosine. Direction cosine, direction ratio. I will teach it very nicely. I have one more class. Don't worry. Listen now carefully now. What I'm going to say. Question is this. Shall I write this one? Okay. Question is like that. These your coordinates is a Cartesian plane. Here is a point. Here is a point P point. क्या बोला? It has coordinate x1, y1, and z1. Right? And there is one more point. It is a point Q. It has x2, y2, z2. I want to find this vector, PQ vector. How will you find? How will you find this PQ vector? This is a nice one. Right? We can easily find this one. This position vector we can easily find. If I ask you what is OP vector, easily you can say, sir, x1 ik plus y2 jk plus y1 z and z1 kk. You can easily find this one point, na? Okay. I can easily find this one also. Again, how to find? Come on. What does it say? x2 ik y2 jk plus z2 jk. It is the clear way to represent a vector. Kk. Clear? How to find PQ? Very simple. PQ. Na? What you do? That subtract all the corresponding coordinate. Understood? How? x2 minus x1 ik. If I represent PQ vector, how to do this one? Come on. x2 minus x1 ik plus y2 minus y1 jk plus z2 minus z1 kk. This is the way to find the vector between 2 points in a coordinate geometry. I hope that's clear, my dear. Understood? Very nice. So very nice. So what is your homework? We are going to learn now many things. This is your homework. Classify the एकदम बच्चा ऐसा वाला क्वेश्चन है. Do like that? Everyone. If I ask you, come on, classify the following. This is the easy graphical representation. Very nice. Classify the following measures as scalar and vector. If I ask you 10 kg, obviously 10 kg is weight, right? Mass. Mass is what? Pennies. 2 meter northeast. Vector. Northeast direction. 40 degree. Scalar. Degree. Similarly, 40 watt. Scalar. 10 to the minus 9 column. What, sir? Huh? Yeah. And what about 20 meter per second square? It is a acceleration. Definitely there's some direction. So that's one. So complete this one because you get some gift. You can do that. I have one class, I think, right? As far as it's possible, I will try to extend. What is the? We're going to discuss the topic called direction cosine. Direction cosine. Now, what is this direction cosine? What is this topic all about? You will understand very clearly. Don't worry. Stay tuned. Have focus. You learn everything with full clarity. Now, as you got what is cosine? Cosine is a trigonometric ratio. Already you got in class 10, right? Cosine. Cos, sine cos. So what is the ratio of cos? Base by hypotenuse. Same thing. So we need to find the cosine of the angle. Cosine of the angle. Now let us see what is this cosine of the angle and trying to feel it. Now look here. This is your Cartesian plane. Consider, okay. Okay, this is in book it is considered like that, na? X, Y, X, Z like that. But I find this one convenient. X, Y, Z. I find this convenient. Consider there is a position vector P which has coordinate x, y, z. Any problem? X, y, any problem? 3D. It's a 3D. So this is your position vector. So this position vector will make some angle with x-axis. Let the angle be alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is the angle between resultant and x-axis. Any problem? And this position vector will make some another angle with y-axis also. Let this angle be beta. What is beta? Beta is the angle between what, sir? Resultant vector and y-axis. Any problem? Now this gamma, there's one more angle gamma, and let it be. What is gamma? Gamma is what? Angle between, yes, resultant and z-axis. I hope the meaning of alpha, beta, gamma is clear. Huh? Now what is the cosine of this angle? This is what we are going to study now. Now if I say you, sir, now look here. Oh sir, look here. This is the position vector. Just I can understand with 2D only. It will make you feel better. Let the point be x, y, z. That means this much is what? X, right? And this much is what? Y. That is why now this point is x, y. What do you say, guys? Clear now? Now, if I say it is alpha, if I say what is the value of cos alpha? We know cos ratio is b by hypotenuse. And what is this? The resultant vector, right? So b, we know that cos alpha is b by h. What is b for this angle? B is what? Yeah, x. And what is the hypotenuse? R. So can I write cos alpha equal to x by r? Problem? So I can write cos alpha equal to x by r. Similarly I can write, shall I write this one? Huh? Okay. Similarly I can write cos beta is what? Y by r. Similarly cos gamma equal to what? Z by r. Understood or not? Yeah. Now in place of x, what I can write? X is equal to r cos alpha. Do you agree with this? Similarly in place of this y, I can write r cos beta. In place of this z, what I can write? R cos gamma. Nah? So this x, y, z is replaced by r cos alpha, r cos gamma, r cos beta, r cos gamma. That means this point, pause. Replace this x, y, z by this value, taka, taka, taka. So I can write this p coordinate p as what, sir? R cos alpha, r cos beta, r cos gamma. And this is called direction cosine. Oh, sorry, this is called direction cosine. Cos value. Cosine value. Cosine value of the angle is called direction cosine. Clear, my dear? Understand or not what I'm saying? So this is what I taught you. No, same thing, you see? Now, LMR. LMN. Now, what the people has done, they replace this cos alpha with letter L. So they write L, this one as L. So I can write L, R. Don't be confused. What is L? What is L? Cos alpha. What is L, M? So cos beta. And what is N? Cos gamma. Any problem? So I am replacing the value of cos alpha as L. LR equal to X. Replacing the value of is LMR equal to Y. And replacing the value of this one as R. LMN. NR equal to Z. Any problem? So can I write that again? In place of P, what again? LR, MR, NR. That means the point can be replaced by LR, MR, NR. Because this LR also replaces X, Y, Z. Not clear? Understood? Understood or not? Yeah. The numbers LR, MR, NR are proportional to the direction. Cosine are called direction ratio. Wow. Wow. And this value LR is called A. This LR is called it is called direction ratio. What is this cos alpha called? Direction cosine. What, sir? These are direction cosine. And what is this? Direction ratio. What, sir? Direction ratio. So these are direction ratio. Remember. Direction ratio. And this is direction cosine. And they replace this LR with another small letter, a single letter by A. Okay, A. You understand now. And yeah, the direction ratio. This LR, MR, and R are proportional to the direction cosine and are also called as direction ratio of the vector R and denoted as ABC. Now, it's important. Now, main important thing is here. This is main very headmost topic. L square plus M square plus N square, you'll get 1. But A square plus B square plus C square, you won't get 1. Square of there, sum of the square of the direction cosine is what? 1. But sum of the square of direction ratios are not 1. Remember, it is difference between direction cosine and direction ratio. Don't be confused. So I can write A, this is A, this is B, and this is C. I can verify also this thing. You want to verify it? Let's see. So now I think this clear. What is direction cosine? So yeah. So they replace now this time with that value. So a beautiful note, a very important note. What we come to know that L square plus M square plus N square is 1. It's an important note. But A square, B square, C square is not equal to 1. Shall I verify this thing? Okay, let's go. It's clear now, everything. I'm having this portion. Let us verify this time. Verifying. Left hand side. Guys, look here. What is L? What is L? Cos alpha. Cos alpha whole square. What is M? Cos beta whole square. And what is N? Any problem? cos alpha was what? हाँ सर बोलिए. डायरेक्शन कोसाइन वैल्यू कितना है? x by r. x by r. Any problem? Plus whole square plus y by r. Problem? Plus z by r. मान लेते हैं इसको 1 कर मान लेते हैं अभी के लिए. देखो प्रूफ करेगा. चलो दिस वन. Yes, sir ji. Look here. This square belong to whom? This square belong to whom? X or R? Both. X square by R is any problem? Plus y square by R is any problem? And z square by? Can I write 1 as 1 square? LCM is what? R square. And it will be x square y square plus z square equal to 1. 1 का स्क्वायर इधर आएगा तो क्या होगा? रूट आएगा. आएगा रूट. बढ़िया. Next point. This root belong to whom? Numerator or denominator? Can I write x square plus y square plus z square by r? Any problem? This root x square plus y square plus z square in position vector. What we learned? Direction. No, magnitude. Just now we got, no? I told you just now, no? This one, OP. OP is what? Resultant? R? No? OP is what? R only. So in place of this root x square plus y square plus z square, can I write R? R only, no? Resultant or resultant magnitude. R by R is what? Proved. R1 is 1. So no need to prove so many things. Just remember this thing. The sum of the square of direction cosine. Come on together. The sum of the square of the direction cosine is 1. Clear? Any problem? So guys, what interesting था. ये हम लोग सीख चुका है. Now there are some basic silly topics are there. Okay. Here are the topics based on the types of vectors, and it's very simple. We'll go very soon. Okay. First is zero vector. Zero vector is what? Suppose if I say I just started here and ended here only. So if I say what is the direction? There is no direction. Direction is not defined. Even I didn't move. I was standing morning here only. Now also here only. So if I say what is my vector? I didn't move anywhere. There is no magnitude at all. It is zero magnitude. If I didn't move, can you define a direction? I have no direction also. So if I ask you, what is the direction of a zero vector? Zero vector has no well-defined direction. Zero vector has no well-defined direction. समझ में नहीं आया? So if zero vector has no direction, then what is the input of zero vector then? Hit के दिमाग का अंदर. What is the important? What do you think? The input of zero vector? Yeah. Important is that in some case the result come as 0. I went to market, again I came back. 2i cap minus 2j cap 0 vector. In this case, to indicate that you came to one place, we need zero vector. Understood the importance of zero vector? What does zero vector indicates? It indicates that where you started and you ended on the same place. This is important. Okay? Clear, my dear? So A से शुरू किया A में आया खत्म हुआ A vector, B vector, C vector. This is the meaning of zero vector. Now, this is the most important. Unit vector. Come on, guys. What I'm saying? Come on. Unit vector. What is unit vector? Unit. Like we know that. What is the unit of length? Meter. What is the unit of time? What does the second indicates? 1 second. Good. 1 second is the unit. Second. What is the unit of resistance? Ohm. 1 ohm. So this 1 second makes minute and this minute make hour. So unit means this is the basis of consideration. Unit is the basis of counting the large amount. Like kg is the unit of mass. 0 kg. At least 1 kg is there. 1 is the friend of everyone. सबका मालिक बारिया साई राम साई सा तू देना मेरा सा. ये देखो ऐसा पता मन निकल उठा. Guys, understood? If I say, hey, listen now, x square plus 2x plus 1. So if I say, what is the coefficient of x square? कोई कोई बोलते सर कुछ है ही नहीं coefficient. 1 होगा. 1 सबका 2 होता है. 1 सबका 2 होता है. If I say x plus 1 by x, add it. नीचे ही 1 होता है ना, है कि नहीं? तो देखो भगवान हम लोग का आस पास नीचे ऊपर तो होता ही है. लेकिन ऊपर वाला मैं ऐसे नहीं बोलते हैं. भगवान तो ऊपर तो सब मालूम है, लेकिन मैच ये साबित कर दिया ऊपर तो सब मानते हैं, दुनिया मान रहे हैं. बाइबल गीता कुरान रिटन और मैच डू नॉट नीड टू प्रूव द ऊपर भगवान है बोल के. सो मैच प्रूव दैट तेरा साथ भी है, तेरे आगे भी है, तेरे नीचे भी है, भगवान भगवान. जैसे कि देखो 2 1 नहीं है क्या आगे? 2 1 जा 2 आगे नहीं है क्या? 1 2 जा 2 नीचे नहीं है क्या? 2 by 1 is also 2. मतलब भगवान आगे पीछे नीचे. Understood? So 1 सबका दोस्त है. So unit means what? Now I have that clear. Unit means unit. The meaning of unit. Unit means anything which has magnitude 1. This is the meaning of unit. Ask clear. Unit means any quantity which has magnitude 1 is called unit vector. I hope that's clear. Now as we know that any vector is made up of 2 things. It's made up of magnitude and direction. For example, a vector is made up of magnitude of a and direction of a. When these 2 things combine, we get a vector quantity. In doubt? No. Now, in place of these, the scientist has replaced with some unit vector. And unit vectors are very important. Why unit vectors are important? Sanju, you are playing sleepy. Okay. Now, question is that why unit vectors are important? So why kg, second, these are important? Yes. What is the unit of money? Rupees. And आपका time, second. Length, meter. Mass, kg. Why units are important? To measure, to calculate the bigger amount. Understood? And here, unit vector means what? Unit vector is why important? To represent direction. Understood? The main purpose of unit vector is to show direction. So write down here, purpose of unit vector. Purpose of to show or indicate or represent or point direction. ये बहुत एक challenging point है. The purpose of unit vector is to show or indicates represent or point direction. Na? So if I want to represent direction across x-axis, direction along x-axis, direction along x-axis, we show it by I cap. Direction along x-axis, we show it by I cap. Similarly, direction across y-axis, we show it by j cap. Direction along z-axis, how we show it by k cap. I hope that's clear, my dear. Understood? Now my dear, listen now. If I ask you, what is the magnitude of, acha, is unit vector is a vector? Yes, unit vector is also vector. Unit vector is also vector, but its magnitude is 1. Unit vector has a magnitude 1. Unit vector has a magnitude 1. Remember this thing. So if I ask you, what is the magnitude of unit this one? I gave 1. What is the magnitude of j cube? 1. What is the unit of k cube? Any problem? If I ask you now, I cube plus j cube plus k cube कितना होगा? 3. I cube j cube plus k cube magnitude कितना होगा? J cube. I hope that's clear, my dear. Now how to find this unit vector? I will teach you now. Okay, I will teach you now. As already we know that a vector is equal to magnitude of a vector in direction of a vector. It is also a unit vector also, you can say. It is also a unit vector. Unit vector. How to show unit vector? Shall I rub this one? So look here now, my dear. Unit vector is equal to vector y magnitude of a vector. How's that? Understood? Huh? Finish. Unit vector is equal to direction vector y magnitude of a vector. And what is this vector a vector? How do we represent? Come on, write down. Therefore, in place of this, I can write what? In place of x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. And in place of magnitude, what I can write? Root x square plus y square plus z square equal to 1. How's that? Clear? समझ में आ रहा है ना? कुछ दूसरा दिमाग का अंदर हलवा? Okay.